Thanks for tuning in to West Coast Real Talk. Tonight we're going to be talking with a gentleman named Bruce. Bruce is a businessman. He's a YouTuber, a family man, and a man that believes in the Lord. Bruce, are you with us?
Hey, I'm right here.
Sounds good. So, Bruce, I'd like to talk to you tonight about a couple of things. One, you being a businessman. Two, also being a YouTuber. And three, most importantly, a family man. So I think what we'll start off with is the business aspect. What is it that you do, Bruce?
Well, my wife and I, we run a small trucking company called McKenzie Transport, and we basically just move air freight, import freight, from LAX to SFO, San Francisco.
And of course, with what's going on right now, meaning the coronavirus, I'm sure that's affecting the industry.
Oh yeah, it's scary. It's scary on different levels. I mean, you wonder, how well your business is going to do this year, and is this whole thing with the freight being held up going to cause you to have to seek work in other places, or and then the greater fear is, okay, well, the business is already looking shaky, but the greater fear is the threat that's causing this problem is now right here in our own backyard. So it's like it's a crazy time to be in this industry.
Absolutely, I would really agree to that. The other thing is I'm noticing now, or my wife's been noticing, yesterday she happened to go to a local store here, and just about everything in that store was sold out. And as a guy that normally prepares for things such as earthquakes, since we're on the West Coast, I am unprepared if something is to get majorly out of control. I don't have any kind of backup, or I should say not enough water, not enough canned foods, not enough dry foods, the things that you would actually need in order to stay in the house for a good amount of time. 4 to 6 weeks, or whatever the time frame would be.
Yeah, we noticed the same thing down in Southern Cal. This is scary. I mean, I'm in the same predicament as you, man. I mean, with the business being slow right now, and this whole thing with the COVID-19, it came all of a sudden. It's like being thrown a hot potato. It's like, okay, the situation was already kind of janky because business is slow, and then you find out, like I said a moment ago, that because your business is slow, that same reason now is here at home. Our situation is Wuhan here, and I'm barely making money to pay our current bills, and on top of that, I should have some stuff kind of saved up right now for this type of situation. It's like a 1-2 punch right now. So we are definitely behind the ball on that one.
Absolutely. Plus, I'm noticing on TV a lot of manufacturers are backlogged, and a lot of current events. Facebook, they're canceling some of their appointments. I noticed in London today, they have one of the places where they bring in a certain amount of people to view art and things of that nature. They closed that down because all in the worry of this virus that's going around, which is
yeah. I mean, I even hear they're trying to shut down the Olympics or something like that. It's like this is so huge on a scale. I don't think anyone was prepared for this, and I don't think anyone was prepared for it. And I think it really got away from us. The motivation for allowing it to move and spread the way it has is it's all been around money,
right? Absolutely.
And because certain people were trying to ensure their money, they allowed this thing just to get away. Yeah. And I believe by the time the word got out that, hey, we need to do something about this. Oh no, it's already out. It's already with the cat's out the bag, I guess is what they say.
Exactly, and it's definitely going to be global wide. It's going to affect a global wide economy, and I know that Hainan out of China, they're expected to fly back into the States at the end of March, somewhere between March 28th or March 29th. But I noticed a lot of other carriers, they're still flying to the infected areas. I know that
Yeah.
Italy is one of them. I know that Polar Airlines is still flying into China, and none of that can be good. And like you said, us being late, it almost seemed like here in the States that the thought was, we were immune to it and we just were not going to get it. And as we now
Right.
know, it's beyond control. But on a better note, I also noticed that lately you've started a new YouTube channel, and why don't you promote that channel for us?
Okay. Well, my channel is called the McKinsey Moments. It's actually just McKinsey Moments, and it's my family channel. Just me, my wife, my kids, other family members, just hanging out, just doing stuff, just doing family stuff. We originally started it. We thought about starting it. Shoot, I want to say around 2011, around the time my first daughter was born. And the reason for that was to kind of like document our journey. Document the growth of our family. Uh, yeah, it was around 2011, and we just never got around to doing it. It was like, we can't do it now. I'll do it when I lose a little weight. I don't want to be fat on TV.
Right, and who isn't in that boat? You know what I mean? And I think mine is slightly taking on water. Just to add to the weight problem. But
we kept on coming up with excuses why we shouldn't do it, and eventually just said, you know what, forget it. Let's just do it. And even when we started, we didn't plan on doing it just recently. It was just like, we got some video. It looks kind of cool. Let's try to put it on. Let's try to put it on YouTube. And my daughter was there to help us do it. So yeah, there you have it.
Well, I've seen the 3 or 4 episodes that you have out already, and I got to tell you, the last one is just fire. I mean, something about the last one with all the extra work that you put in, you can tell by all the different camera angles, the time, and especially what was really noticeable is how you were more relaxed in this last video. The way that you were speaking clearly, not hyped, just you could really feel, the human being portion of that last video. And I think that once people start to see that, they're gonna recognize, and then of course people that really start to see it, I think that the first thing that they're gonna want to do is they're gonna want to have a piece of that Kool-Aid pie,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
sure.
I would want a piece myself, but I have a sugar problem, and then of course when you were talking about the flavored pickles.
Oh my goodness.
That's something that I want to try in the future. So definitely down the road, you and Pam need to put that together so we can, get a sample of that down here. And
it's coming.
Yeah,
it is coming.
So that was really, really interesting. And the other thing about your channel is the family man part. I mean, it really shows how you're a dedicated family man, and how you are around children. So, I mean, there's a lot to be proud of for just jumping in and starting a channel. And actually, it looks like it's going to be successful.
Oh, thanks, man. I hope so. We it's really important to us that we just continue to be us. You know how when the camera turns on, you try to put your best foot forward, or you try to present yourself in your most flattering light. But I think people pick up on that. When you're trying too hard, or you're not just being your natural selves. And I think the whole draw to the YouTube, at least for us, the draw for us is when we're watching other YouTubers is like the real people, the people who are not, getting into the gimmicks and the pranks, but it's just like real reality TV. Like these are real people at home, and they're sharing their experiences with us, and it's cool because you learn from it, and it's entertaining. Just tripping off other people's perspective on how they deal with situations in life, and hopefully we can bring that same thing to the table.
Right. It's definitely a different channel than the channels I'm always watching. And I think that the difference is since it's more family orientated, I think the connection there for the average person that has a family will be able to connect with that more compared to the majority of all videos are, what kind of camera people's using, what's the latest microphone, and this is how you do this, this is how you do that, the tutorial videos, which I gotta admit,
that was it.
I also look I look for those videos myself because you can actually learn so much easier nowadays by just tuning in, and that's one of the incredible things about YouTube. And not only that, I watch more YouTube than I do regular TV because
same here.
Regular TV is for me is a boring format, and I want something that's I can relate to, somebody that's into the stuff that I'm into, and YouTube is a perfect platform for people to just tune in, check it out, and DIY a lot of things where normally you wouldn't do because you wouldn't trust yourself or believe in yourself enough, but you see confident people that have a lot of skills and ability and are willing to pass that on. So that's one of the
absolutely
better things that I like about YouTube. And I noticed your last video. I like how you were explaining about how normally you have Pam with you and your family with you, but because of the safety reasons, we're trying to keep them safe with what's going on. You decided that it was a good idea to keep them home this trip.
Yeah, it's sad and it's scary. It's scary that you even have to be considering these things right now. Of course, I mean, we never imagined that, we would live in a time where, basically our government is telling us to stay inside, don't come out. You hear about this stuff in history, like high school, you hear about like different plagues and things that, pass through our nation. And wow, it was that bad during that time. And here we are at a time of, such great advancement. Like, we're so far advanced technology wise. You just don't imagine these things being the issue. And it's very, no matter how advanced we are, we're just not ready. Just not ready for this. It kind of puts you in perspective of how small we still are. We like to look at ourselves as this great advanced society, but a simple virus can just come through and just wipe this thing out, man. That's a scary thought.
Absolutely.
And the mere fact that I'm just sitting up watching the news, and I'm not sure if it was the CDC or the World Health Organization or something like that, but they were literally saying, stay out of the shopping malls, do not go in public places, but if you can, stay in the house. And I'm like, what? I mean, it's a small thing, but I'm like, maybe this is the best time to start YouTubing. But of course, my wife is like, man, you need to be documenting all this stuff, because what's going to happen in the months to follow is it's going to be sensational in a lot of scary ways. And then, I mean, we got to make some serious life changes that no one was prepared for. Like you said, the stores are empty right now, and those are the people that were kind of like prepared to get the jump on this. But now we got to deal with the paranoid shoppers, the scared shoppers. They're going to go in there and they're going to go hard because they're scared. Hey, there won't be no more stuff next week. And we don't know. Maybe not. Shoot, they're rationing stuff out. People are talking about police state and all that type of stuff. It's the entire it's just hard to get your head wrapped around what's happening, and it's happening yesterday.
Plus everything that you have to think about. And what I mean by that is next time you go to the gas station, the fuel island, do you put on safety gloves? Do you Lysol the pump?
Yeah,
You know, when you go to the
yeah, yeah,
Versatile, you know, all these little things that you don't think of on a everyday basis. Not only that, when you get into your vehicle after, no matter where you're coming from, do you wipe it down with some kind of sanitizer and all of these things that you wouldn't normally think
yeah,
about? All of a sudden today, you have to think about.
yeah. You absolutely do. And it's funny because I I, I do that now. Actually, Pam just gave me the word, like, hey, you know what? I'm not sure if I want you doing the public eating. Like, maybe you need to just take your lunches or something. Or she's just like, she's scared, man. And but I do those things. I wear my gloves, and even when I'm delivering in the airport, and it's so weird because I'm in San Francisco and I'm delivering goods to the airport, or I'm picking up goods, and the people who work in the airport, they're looking at me like, what's his deal? Gloving my mask on. And I'm like, man, I mean, they're literally when they see me, they're trying to get away from stuff.
Right, they're definitely
Person
not
there,
paying attention.
and I'm like, man, we should all, because we don't know what we don't know. What we do know for sure, this stuff is here.
And it means business.
Yeah, I had a guy just the other day. He needed me to restack some bombs in the truck. And I was like, I can't. Do you have some gloves or something for me? The stuff all came from overseas, and I'm not touching it because who's to say the guy that loaded it just wiped the sweat from his brow and just leaned up against the box, and this stuff live up to what 30 days on a surface. No,
Yeah,
I'm going to pass.
yeah,
I'm going to pass, man.
yeah. Right now, I hear that's one of the things that they're trying to figure out is how long does the virus actually stay alive once it contacts something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's got to be
I think the last I heard wasn't 30 days. I think a person here, I think it survives on the surface for like 8 days, something like that. And that right, even that. So you're saying a person can have it and not show any symptoms. They can grab a doorknob, flip a light switch, anything like that, and possibly leave it on that surface, and it survives on that surface for up to 8 days. Oh, do we really have a grasp on what we're dealing with here?
or just the power of nature.
It's just the power of nature, man. God is no joke.
Yeah, that's something that the whole planet was ill prepared for, and
Mhm.
they just got to figure it out. And in the meantime, everybody needs to just be as safe as possible. Which, how do you actually do that and continue to do that on a day-to-day basis with not forgetting? When you think about
Right.
just the average stuff that you do every day without even consciously paying attention to, like wiping your face, or when your eyes are tired, you just rubbing your eyes, and every everything that this thing can do to get you infected. But on a more positive note,
Right.
looking down the line of this year with you now being a YouTuber, what are some of your plans for this year? Some of your goals as a YouTuber?
Well, we want to obviously, we're good. We're foodies on our channel. We love to go out and get some good food and grub going on. But we're also we're looking at having different videos where we're showing like the benefits of YouTube. There'll be videos throughout the year where we can show basically through our own practices, like, hey, how we're putting YouTube to work, because there's so many free benefits from it. Myself, I'm I'm studying another language. I'm studying Korean, learning how to speak Korean, and I'm doing it on YouTube. So we're gonna kind of like document my progress over the months. I have a lot of Korean friends, and I only know one word, And whenever I see them, I lay my word on them, and the rest of the conversation has to be in English. So, you know, uh, for all my buddies out there, 안녕하세요, and there's my word. So now, my plan is within the next 30 days, I can have a pretty basic conversation, and over the next year, by December, I should be speaking some pretty decent Korean.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I know one of the languages they don't speak is gibberish, and so a lot of people are going to have a hard time understanding me, and but anyway, I come from a long line of gibberish speaking people, so it's a long forgotten language, I think.
The long forgotten language. There you go.
Exactly. So, Bruce, I noticed on your videos you have this slogan that you normally end with, and why don't you say what that slogan is?
As always, keep your receipts, because they be lying in these streets. That's it.
Absolutely. But hey, I wanted to thank you for checking in tonight, and you might want to say your channel so that people can look you up.
Okay, once again, the channel is called Mackenzie Moments. Come check us out. If you like it, subscribe, comment, interact with us as much as possible, because we love it. And hope to see you, hope to hear from you. And Tom, I look forward to collabing with you in the future.
You got it. Thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you soon. And this is West Coast Real Talk.